Welcome to this FCICA product promotional webinar series. We are pleased to have Claire Legrain, product engineer from the Sika Corporation, with us today. Welcome, Claire.
Thank you, Kelly. I appreciate you hosting this presentation today on behalf of Sika. Thank you to everyone here who is taking time of their schedule for attending and helping to better inform yourself into solutions available for flooring industry. The program of today, or the objective, I would say, are a short presentation of Sika and the presentation of our range of products. So we will be talking of primers, moisture mitigation system, reprofiling products, and self-leveling compounds. So I will first start with Sika for those who are not familiar with our company. So this is a worldwide company present in 100 countries with more than 18,000 team members and coworkers. This is a very proactive company. Last year we had 7 acquisitions, built 9 new factories, and generate sales of 6.25 billion. So how is Sika? Sika is a 7 target market. The first one is concrete. We have waterproofing, roofing, flooring and coating, sealing and bonding, refurbishment, industry, and automotive. So you can see Sika is not focused on one market, but really try to to be present in all the different markets related to construction. So we will go over a couple of projects. The first one will be the Hackle Headquarters. It was a very big project for Sika. We worked on that for about 3 years. They had very strict requirements regarding the white color of the concrete they were looking for. But we made it, and today it looks amazing. The second project is waterproofing. Our waterproofing product were used in the Lincoln Memorial in Washington, D.C. We'll go over the next target market. So roofing. So Sika is present in a lot of roofing. You can see the picture of the stadium in Texas, Dallas. Sika it's pretty big too as well for flooring. Globally, it's the #1 company to supply resin. And you can see that very pretty floor that was made in Florida. Next, we have sealing and bonding. So sealing and bonding is like most of the construction joints, adhesive, silicone, and you can see here the Empire State Building that everybody knows. They use our Sika Flex 1C sealants for the past 20 years, and it's working great. The next target market is refurbishment. So refurbishment is repair concrete structure already in place with use of epoxy, repair mortars, sealer, carbon fibers. I mean, it regroups a lot of chemistry. Sika is the #1 in the US for the marketplace, and there is that project, the Alcatraz project, where Sika spent a lot of time, and we have been awarded by the ICIR on that project. Finally, we are present in automotive. It's a little bit different. It's a different market than construction, but we are still present in it. As you can see on the picture, we are doing different things related to cars, sound control, reinforcement, and we have probably 60% of the market for glass replacement by using urethane technology. As you can see, Sika is we try to have a global footprint. We have 13 factories in USA and 3 in Canada. So let's go into our main focus today. What Sika do for the floor covering? First, we try to be very present in training and education, and in order to give you the best information to have the best floor and it stay for a while. The second, we provide proven performance products. Some of them, like you will see, CanBe has been present in the market for the past 15 years, I believe, and it's working great. The last point, we warranty our solution, usually as a system, like that everything coming on your job are all produced by the same manufacturer. So first, what does it take to get a long-lasting floor? So for that, first question is, how is my substrate? The common issue we usually have are moisture, a floor that is pretty weak, a lot more if it's a gypsum floor, or it's not always clean. You can have like oil, epoxy, paint, asbestos, and it's not very convenient, and some products not necessarily stick to that kind of surface. For that, Sika has a solution. This is our CCAP and CCAP Redline. So this is 2 epoxy primers. So I'm going to start with CCAP. CCAP is a 2-component epoxy, solvent-free. It can go up to 100% RH, 25-pound calcium chloride, or 6% on the ceramic. This product plays the role of moisture barrier, substrate consolidator, as well as adhesion promoter. Regarding your achievement, the thickness of the product applied on the floor will be a little different. If you need a faster turnaround, we have our new CanBe Redline. It does everything that MB do, but in faster. So CanBe will dry in 8 hours at 70 degrees. Probably, I would say 10-12 hours at 60 degrees. Our MB Redline will dry in 3 hours at 60 degrees. So it's very great if you have like a supermarket, or if you need to redo something overnight. Is the product you need. So just let's get some facts about moisture protection. So the industry rates the moisture protection with a PERM reading. From 0.15 to 1, we will have what the industry calls vapor retarders. It means that the moisture will still go through the system, but a lot slower. If the PERM reading is before 0 and 0.15, the products are considered as a vapor barrier. It means that the moisture will be completely blocked by your system. Our CCAP and CCAP Redline are both around 0.06, so they are considered as vapor barrier. That's why we can say they block up to 100% RH or 25 pounds calcium carbide. So let's go. So CanBe and CCAP Redline are very, very easy product to mix and apply. Both of them are, you would have a 4 or 5 gallon pail. Inside that pail, you will have a cradle with a component B. So when you open that, you take your component B, you just need to pour it into your bucket. Keep in mind that you will have half of the bucket empty to mix your product. So you don't have to worry about finding another product to mix it, another bucket to mix it, or that will go everywhere because the bucket is too small. We provide you a 5 gallon bucket to mix 2.5 gallons of product. and it's a very easy product to use. It can be rolled on the surface with a 3/8 nap roller, so it's very convenient. Now let's go talk about the feature of the product. Like I said, the first goal of CanBe and CCAP Redline is moisture mitigation. It's very important if you use wood because, as everybody knows, wood is very sensitive to moisture. So we need to be sure it will be protected from moisture coming from below. So here you can see there's a floor from an apartment, and the second one was a gymnasium where they had actually some big moisture problem. The second feature is Substrate Consolidator. If you have cracks into your floor, you can use CCAP. If your cracks are bigger than 1/8 of an inch, you can still spread some sand into the crack and after go over with your CCAP. Usually you just do the cracks and after you go with the full coverage for your substrate. So here is the same thing with CCAP Redline. The floor was just very weak, so we put the Redline to consolidate the subfloor. The last but not the least point of the two products is Adhesion Promoter. Like I said earlier, sometimes the floor is not always very clean. Those two products allow us to go over asbestos as long as 50% of the surface is clean, so you don't have to go to 100%. So 50% is a requirement. So you can see here both MB and MB Redline onto asbestos, and you have no problem of adhesion. So now we will go. So now we have a healthy floor protected from moisture. This is the first point we need to take care of. So what will be coming after unhealthy floor? You will need to smoothen and level your floor because most of the floor, a lot more if you go into wood adhesive, wood industry or VCT, you need a level floor and a smoothened floor. If not, it's not going to look great. For that, Sika has a solution as well. It's our Tikka Level line. So what it is? So as I said earlier, we have seen first our CanBe and CanBe Redline. And after that, we have two primers. We will go over them, Tikka Level 01 Primer Plus and Tikka Level 02 Easy Primer. We have two subfloor preps, Tikka Level Skimcoat and Tikka Level Rabbit Patch. And after that, we have 6 self-leveler underlayments. I will go over them one by one. So where self-levelers have been used? Everywhere there is a floor, there is a potential need for levelers. So it can be institutional, school, hospital, library. It can be commercial, offices, the cafeteria you go in for lunch every day, store, hotel, restaurant. Can be residential as well in your home. You will probably need to do self-leveler before you apply carpets or wood or tiles, for example. So I will start with our two primers. So the first one is Tikka Level 01 Plus. This primer is for porous substrate. What I would call porous substrate is substrate that will absorb water. So it will be concrete, mostly concrete or cement-based subfloor, as well as some wood. The feature of our 01 Primer Plus, it's an acrylic primer, one component. It needs a dilution 1 to 3 on concrete. The great feature is after 10 minutes it's dry, so you can go over with your leveler. This is a broom application, like that it ensures a good coverage on your surface. Our second primer is called Tikka Level O2 Easy Primer. This is a primer for non-porous substrate. This is an acrylic as well, one component. He will go on all the subfloors that are non-porous, so ceramic, tiles, some sealed wood, metal, epoxy. So this will be the product that will go over our CanBe and CanBe Redline. This is fast drying as well, 15 to 60 minutes. This product will create CSP3 on your surface, so it will create the adhesion for the product coming on top of it. This product will be used as an app roller, with an app roller. So the question is, why do we use primer? Why do we need them? First, it will be to reduce, more for one primer plus, to reduce the absorbency of the concrete, gypsum, and wood substrates. It will improve adhesion, prior the use of levelers, and protect your substrate from the water contained in the self-leveler underlayment when applied on the floor. So this is a couple picture of our Tikka Level O2 Easy applied on VCT. This was a residential project. We went over with our Sika Level 125. Now I will be talking about our reprofiling products. We have two of them. The first one is called Tikka Level Skimcoat. This is a very friendly product to use. It's a 10-pound bag that you mix with water. The industry make the product used nowadays with a trowel, but you will see in a couple pictures that this product can be actually used standing up. What is the great feature of that product is, as you can see, it says no MVR limit. What does it mean? It means that our product was developed with advanced cement technology without moisture vapor emission limits. It means that it allows free passage of moisture up to 25 pounds of calcium chloride and up to 100% relative humidity without the effect by moisture. It means as well that this product can be used underneath our Sika CanBe. So it can be used in a lot of different substrates. It can be concrete, it can be tiles, wood, most of the substrates you can think about. On concrete, this product do not require any use of primer. So as long as you have a CSP3 profile, you can use the Sika Level Skimcoat without the use of a primer, and it can be used from feather edge to 1/2 of an inch. I guess the picture are loading. So what is coming up was a picture of the Sika, the Skimcoat used in the use that you know, on your hands and knees and applying with a trowel. So it requires a lot of work, and it's kind of a slow work, but the product is very fluid and it's very easy to use. But the great feature of that product now is the next picture coming up. The next picture coming up. So here you can see the Tikka Level Skimcoat applied with a magic trowel. What it does is you can do the same work standing up. So it's a great improvement for the workers to be able to apply a skim coat without have to be in your hands and knees. And in the meanwhile, you save a lot of time because you can do a lot more coverage like that because you will move a lot faster with your feet than just crawling on the floor. The next project we'll be talking about is our Tikka Level Rapid Patch. So Rapid Patch is pretty similar to our Skimcoat. Usually it's used, it's a little slower than the Skimcoat. It's a very great product when you need to apply carpet. It will have a coverage at 30 square feet at 1/8 of an inch. It's a 25-pound bag, so it's a bigger bag. Usually the drying time is around 30 minutes. So it's still pretty fast. It can be creased or applied with a trowel. The thickness of application is usually from 1/8 to 1/2 of an inch. This product will have very good adhesion to concrete as well, with the use of a primer. This product can be used only in interior. In the next slide, we will be able to see application of the Rapid Patch with a trowel. So very easy and smooth to work with. So those two products, Tikka Level, Skimcoat, and Rapid Patch, are great products to reprofile the floor before application of carpet, VCT, and some wood. Sometimes it requires application of the product. Now we will get into the leveler section. So what are the key features for great self-leveling underlayment? First, the product needs to have a great flow. High strength, I would say, depend on the application you want to do. If you want to go in a warehouse or in your living room, the requirement won't be the same. We will still look for fast drying. Everybody wants to be able to put back their furniture in the room. What can you put on top of a self-leveling underlayment? Basically, almost everything. It can be wood, tiles, VCT, everything you can think of should be able to go on top of levelers. The typical use can be hospitals, condominiums, cafeteria. Like I said earlier, there is tons of different applications. Everywhere you have a floor, there is a need for a leveler. The first Sika product I will be talking about today is our Sika Level 125. There we go. So Sika Level 125 is our baseline product. It's an interior product only. It can be used neat up to 1 inch and up to 2 inches, 2.5 inches in small area when extended with aggregate. It can be covered after 2 to 3 days for moisture sensitive floor covering. And the product used viscocrete technology. It means that we are able to have a nice flow without adding more water. And the benefit of that is the less water you have in your product, the less shrinkage you will have, so the less cracking, the less potential of cracking you may have with your product. So this product can be used to level new or renovate old floors in every situation. This product is used a lot. It was our first product. In the next picture, next slide, coming up. Here we go. So this product is used a lot in New York, and it can be used over heating floors. So you can see here it was poured on top of the heating system, and it works great. The next slide. Okay, so I was talking about our Tikka Level O2 Easy earlier. This is a commercial application, and so they had VCT. They applied Tikka Level O2 Easy to give some grip to the surface because the VCT was smooth. And on top of that, we were able to apply our Tikka Level 125. The next product we have in our range is our Tikka Level 225. It's the first high flow product of the range. It's also the first product of the range where you are able to put moisture sensitive floor covering after 16 hours. So it means you don't have to wait another day. The next day you should be able to install your floor covering, depending on the recommendation of the manufacturer. For sure. This product can be used a little thicker than the 125. So now we can go to 1 1/4 neat, and it can be extended to 2.5 inches with aggregate. It uses viscocrete technology as well. You can work on it in about 3 hours. And this is an interior product as well. So the picture present on this here, and it'll be the next one. It was an application in a garage. So we apply CanBe, Tikka Level O2 Easy, and after we went over with our Tikka Level 225, that was sealed later on with a Tikka product. So in the next slide, we should be able to see exactly what I was talking about. This is a 200 square feet garage. This project was tested as well in a commercial area. This was more like a testing, but it was a fiber bedding area, and we were able to pull the product. We used our Sika Level 01 Primer Plus on top of that substrate, and we did a small area where we apply our Sika Level 225. So we can see the product was able to go in the holes, but we were still able on the side to apply it really thin. And so it was just a small mock-up, and they did later on all the floor with that. It was just to test it, mock-up. The next product we will be talking about is our Tikka Level 325. Tikka Level 325 is the first product of the range that is interior and external use. That means, as you can see in the picture, the product can be used outside. Nevertheless, this product needs to be covered with a sealer or tiles or something. You cannot leave it as is uncovered. If not, you will see degradation due to weather conditions. This product is also our product for deep pour. It can be used up to 3 inches with aggregate. So it can be used with a pump or manual, so barrel to barrel. The strengths are greater as well. We have 4,300 psi at 28 days. And if you're in an office, you can use it above 1/8 of an inch for caster wheels. If, for example, you apply 325, you put some VCT on top of it, this product will do. So this is a high performance product. As you can see on the next slide, this was a job done a couple years ago. Oh no. So this was a renovation job in New Jersey area. The product performed great. It was inside. In the next slide, I believe, I don't remember where it was. They were supposed to pour the product only for a couple of days before they keep building the structure. It appears that the job was a lot delayed and the product stayed like that 3 months outside before they covered it. But still, it went pretty well. Everything went well on the job. So I'm not telling you that's what you need to do, but the product performed very well on that job. The next product I will be talking about is our Sika Level 425. This is a product that was launched last year. It's a very, very exciting product. I guess all of you have heard about the OSHA regulation that is getting stronger and stronger. This product will allow you to go on the job without have to be too much careful about dust. I wasn't able to plug a video on that presentation, but we can talk about it later. You can go on the website and we have great video regarding the feature of that product. So it's a dust-reduced product. It will be applied in much thinner layer, like 1/8 of an inch up to 1/2 of an inch. So it's very for like small repairs. I mean, really small levelers. It's not for when you need like 3 inches. It's not the product that will be recommended for. But if you need to apply that just before applying wood, it's very easy to work. It's very, very high flow. It's the highest flow product we have in our range. It does reduce, so customer loved it. It's very, very low tension, low shrinkage. So it's good if you go over woods or over difficult subfloors. And it's suitable for caster wheels as well, above 1/8 of an inch. As a 225, this product can be covered with moisture-sensitive floor covering after 16 hours. So this is a great feature as well. This product will be inter-use only. So the picture that I will show you on the next slide shows you that nowadays, with the new technologies, we can apply products thinner and thinner. We apply it almost further edge, and yeah, you can see that on the next picture that will appear. You can see how thin the product is going, and it's sticking very, very well to the floor. This is allowed us, I mean, thanks to the new technologies, and because the gradation of the sand is pretty thin. The next product I will be talking about is our Tikka Level 525 Rapid. So the main feature of that product has the name said, it's a rapid product. It's interior product only. It's very, very fast cure. You can apply moisture-sensitive floor covering after 90 minutes. So it's almost like a Skimcoat. It's a very, very fast product. And we will go later on. It's building with our system. The strengths of our product are very good as well. So this product is suitable for forklift traffic and caster wheels as well. On the next slide, we can see like big area have been done with that product. This guy is just using a smoother to break the tension of our product. but it's very great flow, very easy to use, and it's great for fast turnaround jobs. The next slide, we can see same thing. It was a big area. Work with our Sika CanBe Redline broadcast for fast turnaround jobs. On the next slide, so this is our range. We talked about all those products. First, we use our Sika CanBe to strengthening the floor or cracks, or if you have any problem with asbestos, or for moisture mitigation. After we went over the two primers that we offer, Tikka Level 01 primer for porous substrate and Tikka Level 02 Easy for non-porous substrate that will be used over our Sika CanBe and Sika CanBe Redline. After we went over our two reprofiling products, Tikka Level Skimcoat and Tikka Level Rapid Patch, and after we went over our range of levelers, 6 levelers. So on the next slide, we will see that Sika created a system that is warranted by the company called Sika Secure System. So the first one will be Sika Secure Standard. So the first day you will prepare your concrete, vacuum, sweep, make it clean, remove all the dust, apply your first coat of Sika CanBe that will dry in about 8 hours. The next day you will be coming back with your Tikka Level 02 Easy that will be drying between 15 and 30 minutes depending on the condition. And after that you will be applying your self-leveling product. And in 2 days, so the third day, you will be able to apply your floor covering. We have as well the Sika Secure Rapid. So Sika Secure Rapid is a combination of our Sika CanBe Redline. So like I said, it's 3 hours at 60 degrees. What it means that it will be faster at 70 degrees. It will probably be around 2 hours or so. With our Tikka Level 02 Easy Primer, it will dry in 15, 30 minutes, and after you can apply your Tikka Level 525. So within the same day, you will be applied, if you start, for example, at 8 in the morning, you add 3 hours, another half an hour for 02 Easy, and another an hour and a half for 525. Beginning of the afternoon, you would be able to apply a full covering, or it can be overwork night if you're working in a supermarket and they close at night and they need to reopen the next morning. So it's a great system for fast turnaround job. Only 1 day. Finally, so yeah, this is just to show a comparison between the two systems. One is Sika CanBe, and it will be 2 days. The other one is Sika CanBe Redline with 525 and Skimcoat, and it will be only 1 day to apply your floor covering. Finally, this document is attached to the webinar today. It's something you can have access to. This is a chart to help you answering a couple questions before you decide which product do you need into your job. Is the product, is the substrate weak, yes or no? So you're just answering a couple questions and it will help you to be directed with the best product you should be using. And this is it for me. I'm waiting for your question, and I'm giving the voice back to Kelly.
Thank you, Claire. Again, if you have any questions, go ahead and click on that question tab in your on your control panel and submit those questions to us. We did have a question, Claire, while you were speaking earlier. We had a question regarding when you talked about the size of the area, what would you consider a small area?
I guess, I don't know, 400 square feet is a pretty small area. It's just, I mean, I guess, I don't know if it's related to the 225 patch. We were trying, it was like a two bags mix. The only thing is, like, with bigger area, when you start being 4,000 square feet, you just need to be careful of cold joints. So a lot more if you use a pump to be sure it do not happen.
Okay, thanks. Are there common questions that you get asked about Sika products, Claire?
There is a couple questions. It's mostly about the coverage. Sika developed a great tools available on our website. If you know what product you need to use, you just enter the size of your area. If it's a leveler, you like, oh, I want 525 at a quarter inch in 10,000 area. You enter all those information, and the calculator will be able to tell you how many bags you need to order. We have that for all the products in our range, so it's a very, very useful tool like that. You don't have to think about, like, oh, what calculation do I need to make to know how many bags do I need, or how many units or jug of primer do I need.
Great, and that's right on your website. Is that us.sika.com?
Yes, it is. And it's just called calculator. Yeah.
Perfect. Okay. Well, Claire, we don't have any additional questions for you. Is there anything else you'd like to share with us before we close our session? Oh, excuse me. Hang on just a minute. We do have another question. We have a couple more that are jumping in while we were speaking, and they're all coming in at once. Let me look at this. Let's see. Your first question is, what if there is water logging on the Sika Level products? Will there be any failure?
If the question is, we have only one product, I mean, actually two products that are MVR, non-MVR, without MVR limits. This is our Tikka Level Skimcoat and Tikka Level 325. Out of those two products, all the other levelers or cementitious products we will have will be moisture sensitive, so you can't apply them under an epoxy or areas where they will be exposed to moisture.
Okay, thank you. And if you need any clarification on the question that you have submitted, please go ahead and type that in the question pane as well, and we can get that to Claire. Your next question, for cold storages and slaughterhouses, which product would you recommend?
Depends how cold we are talking about, but right now none of our products are recommended to be used below 40 degrees, or you need to really mix them with like warm water. Even the product will be taking the temperature of the floor. So if we are talking very, very cold weather, we don't have any product that we would recommend for this application, unfortunately.
Okay, thank you. And again, if you need clarification, please let us know. And also, as you can see, you have Claire's contact information on your screen, and you can contact her directly after the webinar. Next question, Claire. Does the rapid patch flow have the same consistency as the Skimcoat? Just wondering if we could use rapid patch as our normal skim product to be faster in the end.
So the consistency of the rapid patch is a little different, is a little stiffer. But in terms of speed, the Skimcoat should be faster than the rapid patch. If this is the concern, if you need a fast product, I will go with Skimcoat more than the rapid patch.
Okay, thank you. Your next question, if the shutdown in the plant is only for 6 hours, then which system would you recommend?
If it's only for 6 hours, I would go with, I mean, depends what kind of floor covering you want to apply, but I would go for sure if you have moisture issue with our Tikka Secure Rapid. So Sika CanBe Redline, our Sika Level O2 Easy, and maybe the Skimcoat will be enough for. I mean, it's hard to enter without knowing what kind of floor covering will be applied on top, but either 525 Rapid or Skimcoat.
Okay, thank you. Next question, and keep your questions coming. We have plenty of time to answer questions left in our session. Next question, which one of the leveling products can be used below Sika Pure Chem systems?
This is a question I will have to look into it and get back to that person. I'm not that familiar with Pure Chem, so just send me that question by email and I'll get back to you.
Absolutely, we will do that. Next question, are you working on any products that can go outside without a covering?
Actually, I did not talk about it today. We have currently one product called Tikka Level 625 that can be used outside without being covered.
Okay.
You can find it in the brochure, and you can get back to me with more questions if you want to.
Okay, so check out those brochures that we have attached here to the webinar, and also will be sent to you at the end when you receive your follow-up email. Let's see. Excuse me. Next question. How would you compare the is it Epochem or Eposem, Claire?
Compared to what?
Compare it with the Sika MB.
Same thing. It's the question I will have to get back to. I'm not that familiar with the other product, so I can't answer right now, but I will.
Okay.
Just forward to me that question.
Okay, so we will get answers to that question. Be assured that those will be submitted all to Claire, and that she will get an answer for you. If there's any additional questions, go ahead and type them in now, and we will cover them before we close our session. Claire, is there anything you wanted to add?
Just thank you, everybody, for joining that webinar. And if you have any question, you can contact me, or you can visit our website. On the website, you will find a lot of technical information. There is some new document that we start putting on the web called Did You Know? That answer questions that people usually have. And we have as well a lot of videos where you can see the dust reduced product, how to use an epoxy moisture, or how to apply Tikka Skimcoat with a magic trowel. So there is a ton of educative video regarding all our levelers that you will be able to find in our website at Sika.com.
Perfect, thank you. And there's a couple more questions that have come in, and we will submit those to Claire following the webinar for her to follow up with. But at this time, we're going to go ahead and close our session. We'd like to thank Sika for sponsoring today's webinar, and especially thank Claire Legrain for presenting it. If you'd like more information about Sika and their products, you can visit their website. Again, that's us.sika.com, and Claire's information and email and phone number are right here on your slides, which there's a copy in the handouts. You can still have time to download them, or we will send them to you following the webinar. Again, we'll be sending you a copy of the presentation along with a link to the recording once it's available. And just as a reminder that the recording of this webinar will also be housed on the FCICA website and on our YouTube channel, where you can access it there at any time. And for our certified installation managers, this FCIC webinar may be credited towards your continuing education credits for your SIM renewal. Again, consult your SIM handbook or the SIM webpage on the FCICA website for renewal details. And of course, you can also contact me, Kelly, at fcica.com. And if you are interested in sponsoring an FCICA webinar, you can also contact me at the same email address. And so we are going to close our session. We thank you again for joining us. We appreciate you taking the time today, and have a great day.